that just feel overwhelmed around money, what would you say then are the 3 biggest skills to earn more money?
Yeah. Well, I think if you want to earn more money, the right question is exactly what you said, which is what skills do you have today that are worth more to somebody else than they are to you? Because the first way you're going to earn money is you're going to be an employee. By and large, most people start out having their skills get compensated by somebody else's vision.
That needs that skill set.
100%. So you want to figure out, how can I just increase my skill set? And so that might be some of the easiest things to increase your skill set for is you want to be a profit center, not a cost center. So what does that look like? I want to know with my skills that I can easiest and fastest as possible track. For me doing X, I make the company Y. You know, for me providing this service, the client, you know, I can charge the client Y. And so in the beginning, some of those that are really easy are like sales, incredibly important skill set, always. Marketing, incredibly important skill set. Finance, because you understand the language of money, incredibly important skill set. Leadership, getting more out of each of your people that you work for or that you work with, incredibly important skill set. I think those 4, if you can focus on those 4 skill sets up front, you'll be pretty powerful and dangerous.
Sales, marketing, finance, and leadership. I think leadership is probably the most important thing. It's more of like a soft skill, I guess, right? It's like if you can learn to understand your own emotions and the emotions of others, and you can respond in challenging situations when company morale is down or whatever, and you can empower people to move forward on the problem at hand and create the solutions faster, that is a powerful skill set.
Absolutely. I mean, world's strongest man can't lift a boat, right? But you get a group of people together, they can lift a boat. So what's more powerful, world's strongest individual contributor or the person who can get a crowd of humans to all move in the same direction? It's just physics, right? And so I think a lot of people don't understand what real leadership is, which is, can you get a bunch of people, a crowd of people to lift the boat together? It's always why I kind of giggled with David Goggins, because lots of people look to him for leadership advice, and he's a badass individual contributor. But if you read his books and if you talk to people who are in the teams, not a very good leader, actually.
He's more of a one-man band.
He's a one-man, world's strongest man.
Yeah. Inspiring.
And very inspiring.
He built a lot of wealth for himself with that.
But I would never employ that guy. You couldn't pay me enough money to employ David Goggins.
He wouldn't want to work anywhere either, probably.
He also, he's turned down all my offers. You know? But yeah, and the reason I wouldn't is because he wants to work individually and he is relentless in his single-minded pursuit. What you need for a leader is somebody who actually wants a lot more collaboration. You're like, hey, I want you, and you to be incredibly successful. And if one day you become more successful than me, I win. And that's hard for an individual contributor to think. He's like, I want to win the race. You're not going to win. I'm going to win.
Yes.
And if you're a leader, you're like, great, you're better, faster, stronger than I am. Go sprint, because I still get to benefit from it. So I wish I had understood that earlier. But I think you have to be good individually before you can be a good leader, because you have to earn people's respect through your doing.
What do you think is the biggest thing that holds people back from being a better leader for their life and the people in their life?
I think you have to care about your people. It's literally, do you care about your people? And if you don't care about them, fake it. Because empathy is actually, it's contagious. So if you start asking questions, if I start asking questions about you, your background, your fiance, you know, your pets, your cats, your...
By the way...
What?
I'm building the catio right now.
Oh my God.
This week it's being built. I just
Wait,
thought,
can I tell you?
we had a conversation in the last episode about catios, and I started doing research. They're building it this morning.
No,
I swear to you, I'm going to send you a photo after this.
Full circle catio delivery.
Catio life, let's go.
Wait, can I tell you?
You got the trad wife, and you're building the trad wife. I'm building the catio life.
Listen, I was just trying to talk my husband into a mini pony, and he was talking about the lack of utility in that.
Right. It doesn't matter. Like a Schwarzenegger. He's got mini ponies in the backyard running around.
A rose isn't useful. I love a rose.
They bring you joy.
They bring me joy.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, in the previous episode I did with Codie, we'll have it linked up. I don't know how we got to talking about catios. We're talking about what we're watching on our Instagram feed. And I said, all my content is of like cats and catios because I want to find a way to get my cats outside.
Hysterical. So funny story, one of my employees, Lindsay, her boyfriend is a catio maker for a living.
Come on.
I swear to fucking God, asked Tanner.
Where, in Austin or
In
something?
Austin,
Wow,
Texas.
amazing.
And yeah, and I remember
Probably
the
making
first.
bank right now.
Well, I don't know. I haven't asked him his financials. So like, can you please show that to me? But I might. But I was funny. I told Lindsay, I was like, that's the worst business model of all time. I'm like, it's like
local.
custom
Yeah, it's
every
tough.
time. It's local. You know, you can't replicate it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
we
tough.
got to get Catio Man into like toys or like something repeatable. You know. So if he's listening, you're welcome for
That's great.
for
That's
the free
great.
advice. He's like, can you please not?
I don't know where I was going with that, but leadership, I'm curious. What is the biggest thing that blocks you from next level of abundance financially then? What leadership skill and what tactical skill?
I was just talking, I think you know what usually stops me? So once you get to like, let's say a business that does $10 million a year, 20, 30, 40, 50, if you want to go even bigger than that, what stops you is getting out of the way of your best people. You have to do two things simultaneously. You've got to attract the top talent in the world, sell them. My idea is that as a business owner, your idea is you are building a pedestal, and that pedestal is lifting up your team so that their dream is higher and bigger because of your pedestal, because of what you've put them on. And so I have to be able to sell them on this really big dream. And then simultaneously, I have to trust them enough and be clear enough in